Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron. Now, for the benefit of those of you who are not familiar with this channel or this channel for the very first time, whether it be live or whether it be playback, the reason why it is called Uncommon Sense because here on this platform we discuss everyday issues where we try to come with logical solutions, but not everyone uses logic. So for that reason, it is called Uncommon Sense. First of all, I want to give a huge shout out to all those who have already subscribed to my channels, whether it be Golden Spear Folk or Uncommon Sense. I really appreciate all the love that all my support has given me, whether you've been following me from the beginning or whether you just became subscriber within the last couple of days. Nevertheless, I appreciate all that you've done to show your love and support towards me. I also want to give a huge shout out to all those who follow me on social media. Really appreciate it. And I also want to give a huge shout out to all those who allow me to enter in your devices. Now, if you have not done so, what I'm going to ask you to do is the following. I'm going to ask you to subscribe to both of my channels. I'm going to ask you to hit the like button when you enter and set the bell notification to all. So, therefore, whenever I do produce content, you will have the opportunity to catch it live or catch it on the playback. I do want to let everybody know that the subscriber mode has been enabled. What that means is if you're not a subscriber, if you wish to enter a comment in the chat, you'll need to subscribe to the channel. Okay, so it's not a lot to ask for, and it does help with the algorithms. Okay, now as you can see by the thumbnail, uh, tonight we're having another episode of open discussion. So, for the benefit of those who are not familiar with what it is that we do here, we discuss multiple topics and we discuss our opinions as it pertains the topics in question. Also, if you wish to for us to discuss a topic, by all means, you're more than welcome to enter it in the chat. So, that being said, so what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to start with a very special event, which I was privileged to attend this Thursday night. Those of you who follow me on Instagram saw me doing a little dancing with my union sister Kisha. Okay, um, we had the Charles Ansley Scholarship Banquet, and it's an event that we hold. I mean, my local SSE Local 371. We have every couple of years, and the whole purpose is to raise funds for our scholarships. Okay, and for the benefit of those who are not familiar with Charles Ansley, he was the president of SSE Local 371 for 26 years, and he was recognized as a strong, respected union leader. We was fortunate to those who have known him see the type of person that he was. He was very approachable. He fought for the rights of our members, and he gave a true representation of what a strong union leader should be. Those of us who have the privilege of actually meeting him, we're blessed. Those that did not, well, unfortunately, you just have to read about him through the various articles and things of that nature. So obviously, I danced. Obviously, I had a great time. And that's if you ever have an opportunity to attend a banquet, um, you should consider doing so. Just be mindful that you need to dress appropriately. This is not like going to a nightclub. You are going to a formal event. So just be mindful of how you wish to dress and be mindful as far as your conduct. Okay. Now, that being said, what we're going to do is we're going to switch streams that we had last week. Uh, First of all, we had our first stream, which was end toxic relationships. So, what we did, we went through many examples of what is a toxic relationship. Um, just to give you a little feedback, toxic relationships are those relationships where people are not mindful of their conduct. They're not considerate to others, and they think of they first, they third, and they don't give much regard to your own personal feelings, and they try to cast the blame on you whenever you try to bring to light their imperfections. So it was a very active stream. In fact, we're going to be doing a part two this Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. on Uncommon Sense. So we're going to continue discussion regarding how to end toxic relationships. It's going to center more on when it comes to dating, and there's certain relationships that get toxic. We're fortunate to to not partake and not to continue. However, when in the case of marriage, where your spouse becomes toxic and cohabit together peacefully and have to go your separate ways, um, it could be a struggle trying to be civil with the other parent for the sake of the child. Okay, the children are innocent, and unfortunately, sometimes you have toxic people that can use children as a weapon against uh, the other parent. Also, we have the art of speaking effectively. And I see here we have Gigi in the chat. Good evening. Thank you very much for stopping by. I just want to let everybody know that Gigi does have multiple platforms, and she also has a podcast that she does with multiracial movement called Tea with Multi and Gigi. So what I'm gonna ask is, if you're not familiar, please check out her podcast. I think you're very interested. Good evening, Irby. Thank you very much for stopping by. Okay, and I see here that the biracial community is making its presence felt, and I really appreciate it very much. You're quite welcome. I mean, you know how I feel about you, so you're quite welcome. And then on yesterday, we did a stream on Golden Spear Folk um, regarding healing the inner you and how to deal with mental healing because unfortunately there's certain trauma that we face as children that for some reason never get resolved, and it can play a terrible role in how we interact with other people. And I think, okay, I don't know why you didn't, JJ, but you know what? I think what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to email you the link to your uh, through your personal email, or you might need to set the notification to all. Either way, I'll rectify that. And I'm sorry you didn't get the notification, but it's all good. So that being said, I'm going to be discussing my upcoming streams for this week. So as I stated, um, we'll be discussing part two regarding how to get rid of toxic relationships. Now, one thing I would appreciate if the ladies make their presence felt. Okay, I really would appreciate it very much. And the reason why, because so we can get one set of views. If anyone knows, I try to keep it well balanced here on this platform. And I see here that the introvert Boricua is in. Good evening, sir. I just want to let everybody know that he also has a YouTube channel. So I'm going to ask that you please check out his content. Okay. So, and then later on this week, we're going to be dealing with an interesting topic called Let the Circus Be the Circus. And some of you are probably wondering what that. Okay. Now, for the benefit, oh, I see we have a new person here called PLC. Good evening. I don't know if you're male or female, but in any case, thank you very much for stopping by. Now, for the benefit of those of you uh, who are not familiar with the term, let the sex be. Okay. Um, that's a phrase that Denise Gonzalez has coined um, quite a bit. Okay, thank you very much. I just want to make sure that I properly identify you. Now, we have seen in both in real life and in these YouTube streets, we've seen people act childish in many ways, not just in real life, but also in these YouTube streets. So, we're going to have a discussion regarding why the circus is there and how to deal with the circus. Okay. Now, one thing I'm going to try to do is not mention anyone per se, because we all know that there's certain individuals here in these YouTube streets that act immature, act childish, so on and so forth. So we're going to be dealing with how to deal with these people. Okay. Um, the best thing is to try to ignore them, because let's okay. The fact of the matter is, many of these people, they don't have much going on in their lives. Okay, well, I don't know about the shaving part, but you know what? That's an interesting point of view. Okay, and of course, I'm going to be doing a topic on Golden Spear folk. At this point, I have not made up my mind what's going to be the topic. It will be announced later this week. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the link. Okay. And if anyone wishes to join the panel, by all means, you're more than welcome to do so. So, just give me. I'm sorry. It's just that sometimes when I talk, I get a little thirsty. So every now and then I'll partake in a beverage. But rest assured, it's iced tea. Okay. Uh okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway. So now another thing that I wanted to discuss is uh, going into next month. I will be discussing issues as it pertain to mental health. Those of you who have been following me for any length of time, um, which by the way, if you can support, give some financial support to Gigi regarding the podcast, I'm sure she would deeply appreciate it. Okay. Um, those of you who have been following me for any length of time, one of the things I do tend a great deal is mental health. And the reason why I discuss so much of it is because many of us have a great deal of trauma that we deal with, and some of that trauma goes back to when we were children. And then when you take into account all the stuff that's gone down the last 3 years, first of all, we dealt with COVID-19. We also dealt with the various variants to the same disease. The fact that 3 years ago we were, in many cities we was under lockdown. Here in New York, we had a curfew, which we had to observe, and millions of people lost their livelihoods, and means more had their wages cut. And then unfortunately, we have lost family members. So I'll be discussing that regarding mental health issues. Okay. Now, one thing I said, and I will continue to say that I'm undergoing therapy. Okay. And the reason why I chose to do that, undergo therapy, is because I have a great deal of mental trauma, which I am been dealing with. And one thing that I try to do is I try to take accountability for my actions and seek. And let me make this perfectly clear. There is no shame if you come to realization that you're dealing with issues which are beyond your control, that too big for you to handle, and then you try to seek help. The main thing is be honest with yourself and seek the help that you need. And another thing that I'm learning now, where all these things that have happened um, over the last 3 years is value my time and also value the friends that are truly been friends. Also the value of the family members that I still have, because the fact of the matter is tomorrow is not promised to everyone. Okay, I mean we could be alive today and gone tomorrow. Now I know that's a morbid thing to think about, but it's something that I am always aware of. So that being said, of course, I'm going to continue to support those supporters who have shown support and love towards me. Okay. I know people are sick and tired. Okay. Maestro. Okay. Okay. Before I let you in, Can you at least cam up in the backstage? Okay. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let in my first guest. And I want to let everybody know that the views of those who appear on a panel are not necessarily the host nor the channel. Any attempt to copy the material without the consent of the host on the channel is prohibited. While appearing on the call, you waive your rights to your image. Some of the views that people may hold may be considered offensive to some. If you do not like the content, you can block the channel. And now I'm going to bring in my guest. Okay.
Hi, how you
Okay.
doing?
Let's see.
Hey, how you doing?
Okay. Oh boy, my computer. I need to get a new. Okay.
Yeah, I agree. You could get one off of Amazon.
Okay.
All right, do you
Yeah.
hear me now?
Good evening, Don Armando. How are you doing today? Yeah, I
I'm
can hear
good.
you. How are you doing today?
I'm great, actually. You know, the Eagles,
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna. Okay, let's try this
Niners
again.
lost, so you know. All right, I'm back.
Okay. Don
Yeah.
Armando.
Hey, how you doing? You hear me? All right, do you hear me now?
Hello.
Hey, how you doing? All right.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, good Lord. I hate this.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes technical difficulties.
Let's try this again.
Hey, how you doing?
Okay, good evening. How are you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm all right.
So, what's on your mind, Don Armando?
Well, there's a lot of stuff that I think that needs to be addressed. I mean, as far
Oh,
as mental health, because we all
mm-hmm.
have like maybe some trauma or something like that. But one aspect of which I think is harmful to people who have somewhat mental health issues or whatever is when other people try to gaslight your problems, or if you try to open up to a person, they'll try to use what you told them against you in every shape and form.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, we're living at an age that we have to be very careful in whom we share our most inner thoughts, because unfortunately, there are those that will take advantage of our problems. Okay. We cannot always rely on everyone. We have to be very selective in who we confide in.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, when you think about how certain individuals in these YouTube streets act, um, it's like they're basically saying indirectly they have mental health issues, but yet they don't know how to open up, or they don't wish to acknowledge that they have problems.
Well, you could tell that certain people have problems because if we have, let's say if you and I we disagree on something, right? We could disagree on something
Mhm.
without cursing out each other. or without
Yeah.
resorting to insults. But once a person has to resort to nasty insults to actually say that they're that they're the dominant figure and such like that, when the fact is nobody really knows them, you know, that's how you know that certain people have like a mental health thing. Like they try to project themselves in a way that everybody should know them, when the fact is that they actually do not do anything for themselves or the community. So therefore they want to hype themselves up like they're a big celebrity, but at the same time they do not have no recognition or any background to have this recognition. So with that said, it just it just amazes me. I could say that I've done certain stuff because I've been around certain people. I'm not gonna go around and try to say that I'm this, that I'm that, when the fact is I'm just trying to get my feet wet in what I'm trying to do. So when a person has
Mhm.
like this has delusions of grandeur of trying to call his or her movement a family or whatever, but the thing is though, they really don't have a lot of leverage to back that up. You could see that person might or might not be suffering from a mental disorder.
Mhm. Yes. We have both seen it in multiple platforms. How certain individuals cannot deal with someone who has a different point of view or a different perspective without hurling insults. Now, we're not going to mention any names because I don't want to give these individuals shine. And also, I'm trying to keep the high road, so to speak. But it's clear when we see the interactions of certain individuals in multiple platforms where they are obsessing regarding the same subject over again, and where their content is nothing than reactions to what people say, and then they make a great deal of false allegations and false claims. It says a lot. Do you agree?
Yes, because like for example, I had to go and say my real name in order to defend myself from the allegation of that I am now that I am who I am not, to say who I really am. And if you actually look at it, it just
Yeah.
it's just modern stupidity, because I said all the proof, but yet certain people were trying to disprove me. When the fact is I gave you all the proof. So why would a person, right? And this is my thing, we'll try to we'll try so hard to disapprove of one who's actually saying his heritage, just because you think that everybody is supposed to be how should I say, like everybody in in a certain culture is supposed to grow up the same way, when the fact is actually not true. For example, let's say for maybe Cubans or Puerto Ricans, right? If a Puerto Rican person says, "Oh yeah, you don't know this or that cultural norm or whatever," oh yeah, you're not a Puerto Rican. But the fact is that certain people haven't wasn't raised the same way. And then when certain people cannot grasp that into their mind, they want to go with their own pride and ego to try to disapprove you of who you are or anything like that. And then they try to gaslight you without even knowing who you really are.
Yeah, I get it. And this we have one individual who loves to project that I'm a senile, old, lonely man. First of all, I'm not senile. Number one. Number two, I'm not white. No dispersions on anyone who's Caucasian. I'm not. Um, I am well known and well loved by multiple people. And you have seen that for yourself, Don Armando, at least on one occasion.
Yes.
And when I attended the Charles Ensley Scholarship Banquet, of course, I ran into a lot of people that I know. So it's basically, I mean, unfortunately, you do have to have to stop and and chit chat with a lot of people. It's just that
Right.
I'm not trying to do this with a big head. It's just that I know a lot of people. That's all.
Oh, yes. And as you seen in when we actually linked up in the Dominican parade, you actually saw that for yourself that I knew a lot of people.
Yeah.
So it's like it's mind boggling on how certain people they could try to project themselves like they're a thought leader or that they're a defender of some sorts of whatsoever when the fact is one of them certain people that I have talked to. This is about multiple individuals that okay,
Hmm.
we use the platform YouTube, right? But when you actually talk about Clubhouse and TikTok and all the other platforms, it is actually proven that while these guys they try to project themselves as, as this big freedom fighter or whatsoever the case may be, the fact is they get more disrespect than they do on those other platforms than they do on YouTube. And it's to the point that you don't even have to do anything to do them because their reputation is that they're actually a part of the peanut gallery. I'm not gonna go around and say that I'm not part of the peanut gallery, but I'm just trying to actually um I'm just actually trying to actually be a better person. When the fact is certain people they feel that they have a notion of superiority when the fact is none of these guys have like a good setup when it actually comes to making a YouTube video, nor they actually have a following or people to actually gravitate to their channel. Now, I'm not gonna go around and say that I'm this high person or anything like that because I'm just starting. But I think um the man upstairs that at least I have like 231 subscribers. So I'm not trying to be anybody. I'm not trying to be anything. I'm just trying to be myself right there. And if people actually gravitate towards that, I'm good. I'm not clickbaiting. I'm not I'm not trying to pull out a false narrative. I'm just being me. And I like to bring people together. But certain people, they want to actually
Hmm.
cause division
I just put
within the
in the
people group,
chat.
and that's it.
We need
What'd you say, Don Jose? Okay, shout out to defrauding
Yeah,
charlatans.
yeah. Look, I am not concerned about what people think about me or say about me because I know who I am. Okay, I am known well in my circles, which are many. Okay, I also have a platform, small but it is growing. So on my main platform, I have 210 subscribers, and my other platform, which is Golden Spear Folk, is 9. So um, that's all I need to say on that. Okay, and oops.
Um,
And
quick,
when everything is said and done, go ahead.
question. I might be coming to New York like around
Sure.
February or March. So hopefully we could link
Okay.
up in that time span.
That would be great. I'll be looking forward to.
Yeah, I mean, I have to hit up Truth Teacher as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And I see we have Gigi in the house. Good evening.
Hey
Hey,
guys, how are
Gigi, how
you?
you doing?
Hey, I'm doing well, thank you. I just want to come up for, a couple minutes to show some support. But Jose, the times that you go live are not great for me, but because usually I try to go, live later in the evening, but I try to show up and show a little support.
Got you.
Yes.
I mean, I'm about to have
Well,
a.
I know it's just that due to the fact. Go ahead.
Oh, I was. So how's the overtime doing, Jose?
Okay. Well, look, today I actually did almost 11 hours of overtime. So basically, with all the overtime that I'm doing, I mean, it could be a struggle to find a time that when I can do my live streams. And you know that I'm very active regarding that area. So I have to do it whenever I can.
No, I know. I just want you to know that so you don't think that I'm not supporting you or whatever. But, around this time, the Rugrats are running
No,
around
no,
and you know
no.
what
I
I
don't.
mean? Yeah.
Look,
Yo,
look,
Golden.
you know what? I'm okay. Uh, Gigi, believe me,
Uh-huh.
I've never been a parent, but I can just imagine how it is to deal um, with tomorrow's leaders. So it does require a lot of time and attention.
I like that. Tomorrow's leaders. I like that.
Yeah, that's what they called us.
Yes. What were you gonna say, Don?
I mean, that's what they used to call us in school. Tomorrow's leaders.
Oh no, because you had said Gigi, but then you got distracted or whatever. I didn't know
All
if you
right.
were gonna say something.
Oh, okay. Nah, the question I was gonna
So,
ask you is, are you in the East Coast or the West Coast?
I'm in Florida.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So
was just
mhm.
I was just there last September. Well, actually for 8 hours, but that's it.
you gotta come down and visit and do all the touristy fun stuff.
I mean, yeah, because me and my wife, we actually did touristy stuff because we came by train out there.
Hmm.
Like in 2021, we went to Orlando, Florida. We ate at
Yes.
we ate at Charlie's, but Charlie's is good, but it's like, yo, you got to be rich to eat there. That's all I got to say.
You talking about the sandwich place, Charlie's?
No, I'm talking about the steak place, like right up on Kissimmee.
Oh, okay. I've never been there, but I know the sandwich place is good as hell.
Yeah,
Florida in the building. Yes.
and I remember when I was like around 2011, I went to this place called Prana's because I went for my friend's wedding. So when I came down there to Florida and everything like that, and we went to this place called Club Prama up in Ybor City. It was it was actually a good experience. Imagine each sector of people had their own place to party. You had black people partying in one level, then you had the West Indian people partying in the next level. You had the Indian and the Asians partying in their level. Yeah.
Yeah.
the Rainbow Coalition in the third or fourth level, and then everybody who is of whosoever and everything like that. We just party right up in the roof of the club. I was like,
Ybor
yo,
City. Ybor City
yeah.
is so much fun. Definitely in my day, I definitely had a lot of good times out there for sure.
I mean, shoot, I just went there once. I was like, yo. Well, I was a
Mhm.
single man though, so it was a good experience. That's all I got to say.
Uh, speaking about celebration, I did a little moving and grooving at a banquet I attended with Keyshawn.
Oh my gosh, you guys look so cute on the pictures. Oh, you were so adorable and she
Thank
looked so
you.
beautiful.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yo,
Thank you.
you and Keisha, you know what I could actually say when y'all did that spin around video. I was like,
That spin
okay,
around.
that it was like, okay,
Yeah,
I was like, okay, Don Jose, I see you. Keisha got some
yeah,
moves
you
too.
guys did that.
Yeah, well, the fact of the matter is, it was the first time that we had this banquet since the onset of COVID. So I had a wonderful time. Okay, I apologize for the background noise. It's just that I got some noisy neighbors in the background.
Yo, out here in Philadelphia is actually crazy out here because I guess since since the Eagles won, I'm like, okay, that's cool because I didn't want the 49ers to win. I mean, he was more than a Mac up in the back in the banquet. He's a Don. That's all I got to say.
It was super cute.
Well, just because I'm a little older doesn't mean I can't dance.
Exactly. We respect that.
You was dancing with Kishelle?
Yes.
Girl.
Uh, of course, I did not show the video. She might be getting a chocolate soup on her, so. But it was all in clean fun.
Hey,
Jose, does your girlfriend watch your YouTube channel?
Um, Not a great deal, but she has seen like my short videos that I posted on my social media.
Oh, okay.
I
I don't know
mean,
why
my,
it just popped in my head. I was curious.
You
I
know,
mean, my wife, she sometimes watch my videos, but then it's like she actually participated once in my live stream that she actually came for a second and on the panel, so and then she just dropped out. So,
Have you been doing live streams, Don? Because I never get your notifications either. What the hell? Maybe
I mean,
sometimes you have to go back and unsubscribe and then resubscribe to get.
yeah, yeah, I
Um,
mean, I'm about to have a live stream on Wednesday because um I'm trying to what I'm trying to do is because I'm actually tapped in with certain people because I actually followed their Discord server. There's a guy by the name of Sergio Kwan that I follow. So I actually went up and followed his Discord server. He's a Korean. He's a Korean guy that that he talks about certain stuff that happens like within the communities or whatever the case may be. So I went up and I put my channel right there. So I was like, okay, well, I would like to know like your concerns or anything like that because I really want to bridge the gap because there's certain stuff that I don't know about certain things, and I like to be educated, not by books, but like by actual people. So
mhm.
that's why I like having these streams. I like for I think it was it last week or the week before? I was actually talking to Ethiopian guy from the West Coast I told him I'd never been to the West Coast, but he was talking about like all the people that he knows, and it's like how California, you can meet like so many different people from like very different backgrounds, the street background, the entertainment background, etc. So therefore, he was telling me like he knew a lot of people from various backgrounds. I was like, oh, okay, I get you. And I was telling him that I would like to visit, that I would like to visit out there one day or something like that. So, you know,
Yeah, it's always fun to talk to different diverse people, groups of people, or individuals for sure. What's up, Irby? Asked the question. Defrauding, yes. The Future's Golden has a channel. Go subscribe to her.
Actually, to be perfectly honest, Future is my newest moderator.
girl.
On this channel?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, she is. So
Okay.
of course, we're all known as what, the Hyena Court.
Ah, no, the Hyena Clan.
All right. There's one thing that I'm trying to say because I have like a second channel also, but I'm trying to do something different. So would I have to make another account with StreamYard, or I have to link it up somehow?
Wait, what now?
All right, like say this, I have a second YouTube channel, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like say if I want to use StreamYard for whatsoever the case may be as far as my second channel is concerned. So and I know that I have this account like under my first account. So like say if I want to have a panel with StreamYard and stuff, do I have to link my account? I'm trying to see
Yeah,
how.
just like you did the first one, at the top where it has the little add button, and it's like the same thing where it says it takes like a day or so for it to go through, just like how you did with your first account. But yeah, you got to link the second one as well.
All right,
But it usually links quicker since you already have an account there.
got you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. One thing I noticed that on my new channel, I already have a community tab.
Yeah, they changed the YouTube rules on things, but I find it interesting that some people still don't have community tabs. So I'm not really sure how, like, what the rules are for that or how that works. Because I know people that have more subs than you, and they still don't have community tabs. So I wonder how that works. I'm not sure.
Maybe they need to send an email to Google or YouTube as far as to get some clarification as far as the why. Because I find it odd for myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Well, that's good.
it was like as soon as I found out that I had a community tab, I was like, all right, great. So therefore, as far as anything, I'm just like, okay. So I'm just gonna try to hopefully if this live stream that I do on Wednesday is a success or whatever, hopefully I might try to do this and do this and do this, maybe to the point that I could have my own podcast. Well, that's the goal actually.
Well, you can do a podcast anyways. Regardless, you just got to go. I would try Anchor first when you're first starting, so you don't have to pay for it. It's free, and it's also really easy to use because with these different like streaming platforms, you have to take different steps to upload a podcast. But on Anchor, you can do everything on the same app. So
Right.
so download Anchor and then post it on your YouTube channel to promote it. Yes, Irby, my father watches my channel.
That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, none of my family really knows that I do this, so it's like I'm here in Philadelphia, and my family is spread out over the United States. So,
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah,
they're
he'll
busy.
text me when shit's going down, like, who done pissed you off? What's going
I mean,
on?
it's to the point that I like this anonymity as far as okay, I might have my channel whatsoever. But the thing is, though, I don't really let everybody know that I have it because certain
Yeah.
people they might not understand it, or
Mhm.
certain people's like, oh, you got to do this because I guess I'm still partly connected to the entertainment industry, even though I don't have a car or a high class jet. But it's funny because I talk to people who are actually on tour in the moment. So it's it's
Yeah, in the
you know
beginning, I used to tell everybody about my channel and stuff, but now I don't. And, just for a bunch of different reasons. They might not understand your content, or a lot of people too, they'll see that as an opportunity to see what they can get out of you as far as like, oh, can I promote myself on your platform or this or
yo,
that?
I mean, like as far as promotion, right?
Hmm.
If I'm gonna go and let's say if my platform goes to like maybe I'll say like 1,000, like maybe to a point like maybe 50,000 subscribers or whatsoever, right? By that time, if I'm gonna promote you or whatsoever, I'm just saying I'm gonna just make a business out of it. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, yeah, you can promote me, but you have to
But you got to
cash.
pay.
Thank you. I mean, think about it, because if I say you could go and try, the only people who I'm gonna promote free is on the people that they ain't got it. You know what I'm trying to say? Like
Mhm.
people like artists in the Dominican Republic, et cetera, right? But if they come here to the United States, yeah, you're paying. But if it's like my cousins or whatever, because I have like three cousins who are actually rappers, I'm gonna actually try to promote them. So hopefully that maybe they a foreign company, maybe U.S. or European, will actually get to side them for their talents, or maybe they could actually get go on tour or whatsoever and make a life for themselves.
Yeah, I always try to show love and promote people's channels and share their links and stuff, but I will admit the further along that I get, I'm a little bit more cautious about that because sometimes the same people that you help promote and push forward are the same people that will come out and make negative content about you.
I'm,
So
I'm
that's why you see these big YouTubers and they really don't help nobody out. You know what I mean? And you learn
yeah,
as you go why.
I mean, the thing is though is this. It's like me personally. I mean, the crap that I've seen on YouTube and everything like that, and the people that I have seen that they make their content on race matters or whatever the case may be. Most of the people that I have seen that they've made their content just only on race matters or whatsoever the case may be, and they talk about the same subject. You don't see anybody else trying to be like, okay, since we're making a topic about the channel and stuff, okay, well, why don't we just go outside and like see the different foods that we could eat, or for example, see how if that person have the monetary funds, see like how other people is living or whatsoever the case may be. So within that aspect, I'm like, okay, right. So if I try to edit my video or whatever, I'm gonna try to put a mash video of what I did in the Bahamas. Hopefully that if I do go back to the Bahamas and stuff, maybe the Ministry of Tourism might pay for a flight or something like that. I'm just saying. I just have bad aspirations.
That's good. It'll get you far.
Right. because talking about a content creator, there's a content creator that's actually based out in Thailand. So he actually goes to a lot of Asian countries and European countries as well, because because he calls himself a full-time eater. So with that said, I was just actually looking, Googling like his net worth. He's $3 million, and on top of it, he has his own restaurant in Thailand. Remind you, he's an American citizen, but he actually's been doing this for like 2000 and I think he's been doing this since like 2007 or 2009 or something like that, for that matter. And he's actually been successful at it. I mean, I don't know if he curses or anything like that, but he's actually the guy that that he eats. Everybody knows that he has like a signature whenever he eats something good, and he's known to have to be on the spicy side. So when he eats, that's what I was meant to say. So I just look at certain content creators. I'm like, okay, see how they present themselves or whatsoever the case may be, and then I'm like, okay, maybe I could do it like this, or maybe I could do it like that. But as far as presentation goes,
Mhm. Yeah. Um, one thing I do find amazing that there's still one or two people that have some crazy perceptions about me. And then my point is, oh well. I mean, I know I'm not everyone's cup of tea. Good evening, Tampa Supreme. But you know what? When everything is said and done, I'm
Hey,
accountable
Tampa.
to myself and I'm accountable to God. And and people say to me, how am I able to go to certain platforms? Well, first of all, for one thing, I can read um, a room very well and how to conduct myself. So it's no big deal, okay? And I'm not going to bring in my own personal views, and I'm not going to try to regulate other creators. I mean, everyone does what they see fit with their platform, okay? Or as instance that you know if the Walkman's open, I'll I'll share my point of view, and then we'll keep it going. But I find it amazing that certain people try to regulate other people's channels.
Yeah, that's the YouTube game, Everybody and everybody business.
I mean, look, in all fairness, there's only one person that I might have made a suggestion here or there, but then again, I know this person outside of YouTube, but I don't believe in regulating. First of all, I don't want anyone regulating my platform, so I'm not going to do the same to others.
I don't even really hang around these parts that much anymore, to be honest. I'm like in other sectors and stuff, and sometimes it's better just to venture out and do your own thing because you can get stagnant, and sometimes you just got to get your ass up out that damn barrel. You know what I mean? I come back around and I support the people that support me, but for the most part, I've checked out of the fuckery.
Yeah, believe me. Look, in my case, my time is very important. So I have no time to deal with the circus. Okay. And actually, that's going to be a title of one of my streams this week. Let the circus be the circus.
What is that about, Jose? It sounds messy.
Okay. It's dealing with some of the stupidity that all of us have to deal with, and how to properly deal with this stupidity. Okay. And believe me, we all have been experiences dealing with the circus to various degrees.
Yeah, expansion is difficult.
But
I don't get how to do it. You have to go around. I mean, just like now, coming over, hanging around on this side of the internet, just moving around, talking to new people, getting invested in other people's storylines and content and, networking, just like any business.
well, actually, believe it or not, that's part of the reason why my channel. I don't stay in my little corner of YouTube. I go to other areas. I mean, and I look very towards me.
Exactly. When you started moving around and going into different areas, your channel started growing more.
Yeah, exactly. And this is my thing.
Irby.
Uh, I don't censor people. All I ask is please be respectful. That's all I ask.
Yeah, when I first came out here, I did kind of go around and regulate other people's channels a little bit, I guess, if I felt like it was, painting biracial people or whatever, or something that was strongly against, but you grow as a content creator, I feel like. So I really don't give a shit what nobody do on their channel at this point. I'd rather like debate or talk than fight. But I mean, shit happens sometimes, don't get me wrong. But, I'd rather play nice.
Yes, I agree. Sometimes we do, but sometimes we do have to regulate, particularly when certain members of the peanut gallery um, who have no life to lead try to impress on others their superiority, and all they're doing is just showing their inferiority. If you know what I mean.
I do.
Yeah.
But those type of characters are going to be all over YouTube, and
then people
more of
get
them.
shocked when I actually get when I
Go ahead, Jose.
Yeah, I agree.
Go
No,
ahead.
go
What were you
ahead.
going to
I'm
say?
sorry. Go ahead, Gigi. Please continue.
Oh no, I was just going to say
I mean,
that
you know what?
even.
That is. Go ahead.
I was just going to say that the bigger that you get, the more haters that you will accumulate. Hey, Boricua.
Hey, Golden, how you doing? Don
Good. How
Jose
are you?
Armando, what's going on,
Good
guys?
evening.
Hey,
Sometimes we gotta regulate.
yeah,
Regulate us.
yeah. I remember that song from back in the day.
That's
Yes,
old school.
yes. So it was a
Uh,
G-Funk. hmm
Ramon, by any chance, have you been checking my Instagram lately?
Yeah, yeah. I've seen the video. I also saw the post by Kichelle about that party that you were at. I mean, and you were. I told you that you needed to get a pimp hat. You needed a fedora, some kind of a pimp hat to go with that cane. Because I saw Jose with the cane and all of
With
that.
the
Okay,
cane.
yeah, he
With
was
the
missing
cane and
the
the
hat.
dimples. Yes,
Yes.
dimple gang. Gang
Yeah,
gang.
he was missing he had the suit and the cape, but he was missing the hat. He needed to have like a pimp hat. That would have completed the look. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kichel wasn't looking too bad. I told her.
Nah, Kishelle was killing it in her black dress. She looked beautiful.
Yes. Yeah, she did.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, she did. If it wasn't for the fact that I have
You're breaking up?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's just that you were breaking up. So if it wasn't for the fact that
Yeah.
what?
If it wasn't for the fact I have a special someone in my life, I might have made a play for Keisha.
Oh, oh, I'm telling.
I
Well,
mean,
as long as she's not spoken for, so I guess. Yeah,
Oh, I thought she was married.
well, we don't know. We don't know.
I don't
Not
think
that we
she
know
did.
of.
I think she said that she is not that she's in a relationship. I think I heard that early in the stream when I was introduced to Kishel. So
Mhm.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought I
yeah,
heard something like that once too.
we were just speculating right now. We don't know.
Sorry, Kishel, we
Yeah.
all up in your business. Sorry.
Yeah. Our bad, Kitchell. Our bad. We love you. Mhm.
Yeah. But I'm very happy with the progress that she made. I think he has like about 150 subs right now.
She's doing pretty good because she was. I understand that she had the channel for some time, but she wasn't really kind of like working it in a way that she will increase her subscriber base. Now I have to take tips from her or from you so I can get more subscribers because I'm the one that is stagnant.
She
I
has
can get
really
it.
her line is really cute too. Her workout gear is really cute. Kishel, shout out
Yes.
to you, Kishel. You're doing big things.
Yeah, yeah. I think that she was having a sale or something like that.
You just
Uh,
gotta find your niche because it's kind of hard too. Because when you want to have a YouTube channel, you kind of want to like cover a whole bunch of like shit, whatever comes to your mind, whatever inspires you or whatever.
yeah.
But like when you're first trying to really build your channel, you do need to niche down. And so I kind of feel like your lane is kind of like the manosphere Boricua. So you probably should just
Yeah.
like niche down a little bit more on that and you will
Okay.
definitely find your tribe.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully. Yeah. I
But
know.
you
I
got
know.
us.
Yeah, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I thought that I was gonna see you on my last live that was recently, Golden. I thought that you were gonna be here. I will send you a link, but I don't have like an Instagram address or something.
Who, me?
Yeah, I know that you are not too keen into sharing kind of like social media info. I get it, but yeah, I will send you a link
Yeah, I
to.
really need to create a brand like Instagram because I only have like a
Mhm.
personal one. But
Right.
yeah, you can also come to my channel and just leave me a comment on one of your videos, like to let me know you're gonna go live that night. So because I don't get always everybody's notifications.
oh
Mhm.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay. I'll do that. I'll do that. I'll put
yeah,
on
yeah,
some random video.
that's true for my what shot
Gigi, I have a question. On your live stream, was that a friend that was trying to invade your chat, or was that a troll?
What do you think?
Oh boy, one of your admirers, one of your fans, because that's what usually what they are. They're fans of yours. It's just that the one that made it. Mhm.
The one thing they told me when I first came to YouTube is that your trolls and your haters are your biggest supporters because they don't miss 1 second of you being online.
Yeah,
So
that's a
they're there early. They're there every time.
yeah,
So really, they only help your channel.
yeah, yeah. That's not not about them. I just wish that the people that do watch what little I do will actually subscribe. I think I will have more people. But you know how it is. Most people that watch, they don't necessarily subscribe. But I mean, come on, hit the subscribe button.
Well, set
yeah.
up a panel in advance and, come up with a clickbaity title and, tag anybody in the title that has even a little bit of cloudy and, you got to
Hmm.
work the algorithm.
Yeah, yeah, I know, I
And
know,
I'll
I know.
share it.
I
I'll
have to.
share it as well. Get everybody to share the stream for you. It's a team effort, really.
Yes, yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
No, no,
Yeah.
I'll give you that. You're right. You're right.
Yeah, that is so true. That's what. Yeah, that is so true because if you take a look at if you take a look at my main channel, and you go to my channel page, I mean, all of you are highlighted on my channel page.
You say you
And
highlight what on your channel
of
page?
course, I always, like, for example, like your channel, Don Armando's, Ramon's, like there's a place when you have like a link to other channels that are featured.
You have me up there?
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
Oh, thank you, Jose. I gotta set mine up too.
I'm trying to do that also. Link other channels so at least I help out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Consistency, I feel
Well,
like it does play a part. But it really does boil down to the fact, are people clicking and watching it all the way to the end? Because that's what really gives you the push in the algorithm, is that they're watching for extended periods of time, you know?
yeah, that
Yeah.
is true.
If you
Of
go
course,
live and people click in for 5 minutes and then they just click out, that tells the algorithm this sucks, and they're not going to recommend you to that many people.
Hmm.
But if people are like clicking it, even if you don't have a lot of people watching, but they're like
and
there the whole time, it's going to push your video.
Right. Okay. Okay.
and sometimes you just have to come up with creative titles. Like one title I did was "You Won't Believe This."
Yeah, I have to do something that will trigger somebody. So something that is gonna come across anti-woman or something like that, which is not
Yeah,
gonna be like
these
that.
modern women, something like that,
So, yeah, something that's gonna have those words in the title, and that might
Shout out
help
to
it.
Tampa. Shout out to Tampa. Put something, these Jezebels or something like that. Yeah, they'll
Oh
come
shit.
and they'll click on it. See
Yeah,
what's going on.
I don't know
Hmm.
about Jezebels because I don't know. I think that's been a title that's been overused for 100 years now. But who knows?
It was just like a little joke because Tampa says that on his videos sometimes.
Oh,
Damn, defrauding's getting desperate. He say he's just about. Well, that always works too. Just come out and act insane. It's done. It's done well for me.
Okay. All right.
like
I'm just saying. But my insaneness comes naturally, so I mean, you can't really plan it.
yeah,
It's more spontaneous, Gigi.
Well, people are attracted to real. They don't want to watch no fake crap.
Yes.
I mean, if you actually
Yeah.
look at it, I don't know. But then talking about toxic couples and everything like that, one thing I could actually say if I were to actually have a following to meet somebody to be like, oh yeah, let's just say I interviewed somebody toxic like Blueface or something like that. That'll be whatsoever the case may be, that might shoot up a lot of views or something just because of who that toxic person is.
Exactly. And like when you're first starting, obviously you can't get those type of interviews, but you can do videos on them. You can do videos on bigger content creators, the YouTube game.
Hmm.
That's why people
I
come
have
out
an
and drag.
yeah,
Well,
I
I
have
know
an
when they're
idea.
dragging me, I'm like, okay, you're trying to get your views up. Even though I don't have that much clout to add, but whatever.
No, no, you have you have your haters. You have your haters, so you're doing something right. I know that. I've seen your life. They get very spicy, and you're kind of like going in, and
Yeah.
you make it entertaining. I do follow what you do,
Thank you.
even though sometimes I don't understand what is it about or who you're talking about or something like that. But
But it's still funny. But
yes,
you can do this. I mean, Ramon, I mean, like they said in the audience, you have a really cool accent. You know, you're funny, and and even when you're saying your manosphere stuff, it doesn't come across as offensive. You know, like you have a way about you. I think you could really go far in the game. I would just keep going.
oh, thank you, thank you. No, no, I'm not trying. I'm not trying to insult anybody. And
Yeah.
I love women. I love women. You know, I'm Puerto Rican. You know how Puerto Ricans feel. You know how, as an Hispanic, you know that we're passionate about women. It's just that sometimes I have a criticism. I have something that I have a problem with, and I voice it. But that doesn't mean that I'm hating
Yeah.
the
All right.
my opposite gender. I mean, I love the opposite gender,
Is
but
that
sometimes,
is that
some,
Al or is that a troll?
The frog
uh,
himself.
Um, hmm.
Is that Al or a troll?
I don't know. I don't know.
Be careful you don't get porn bombed,
Well,
Jose.
yeah. Let's hope that this. I don't know. He's using like a different name than the usual. Let's hope that he doesn't start
No, it's
showing
me.
some.
No, it's me. No, it's me.
Okay. Yeah. Because sometimes
So
trolls will use
yeah,
somebody's name and image.
I'm,
You know that, yeah.
I know I've dealt with quite a few trolls on my other channel. I'm actually on another channel of mine. That's it. But interesting discussion in regards to YouTube channels and everything. Well, not that interesting, but interesting enough.
Ta.
Yeah,
And
it's
silence
open
filled.
topics. Mhm. Yeah.
It's what?
No, there is kind of open topic. So whatever it is, anything that is on people's mind, they can air it out.
I'm just surprised you hit the link since
Well,
you like didn't
the
want
thing
to. You
about
didn't
it,
want to be around me, and you had all this stuff to say about me. So I was just surprised that you
Hmm.
even came over here. I thought you didn't want to be associated anywhere around me.
I'm actually here for the topic. So the topic's interesting.
Yeah, but I'm here, so I was just thought that was funny since you didn't want to be associated with me.
Right.
Oh,
Again,
oh
I'm
snap!
here for the topic, so that's what I'm here to talk about. In any event, what I find in regards to YouTube is it really depends on what you want as a channel owner or content creator. What do you want? What is your goal? What are you looking to do? And if you're somebody who wants to be on YouTube, then I think you have to put in the work. Like I know some people want to be full-time YouTube. And I don't know if studies have been done as to the percentage of people with YouTube channels that go full-time financially and economically as YouTubers. That would be interesting data to look at. But I think that if you're serious about YouTube, that you have to be able to treat it like any job or career. You've got to get your education. You've got to set up, if you treat it as a business, you've got to be able to treat it like a startup, be able to be capitalized somewhat, maybe insofar as your facility is concerned, right? The ring lighting.
You know what I want to know? I want to know
lights.
why when you came on my channel and they were calling you anti-black, we defended you, and you had the audacity to sit on your fucking channel and say that I hate black women. How low can you go, Al Show? And how can you give anybody advice on a channel when you can't even get your channel off the ground?
Well,
you know what? You have a lot of audacity. You are a two-faced snake. And I never did shit to you, Al. I didn't tell them people to come over there and troll you. So you have a lot of nerve coming for my neck on YouTube.
And to have a conversation. So I'm not here to have a discussion with you. If you
Oh
want
yeah,
to
no,
argue and
you have
fight,
so much to say about me. Calling saying that I hate black women, that is a low blow,
well,
even
that's
for
your
you,
problem. It's
Al.
not my problem.
No, that's
You're the
your
one who
fucking
goes into
problem.
other spaces and attacks other
It doesn't
people.
mean
So
I
that's
hate
your
black
problem.
women, you dumbass. Does that mean you hate
Well,
black people
that's
because
the
you're fighting with all them
consensus.
over there in
So
that
I'm not
space?
going to have this
Don't be
discussion
a fucking
with you. I'm
idiot.
going to have a discussion with everyone else. So you can
I
go
don't
and
give a
rant and rave
shit.
all
Don't
you
run
want.
your fucking
I'm
mouth
gonna
about
sit back.
shit you don't know about me. Just because you're pissed off that you got trolled. And you know what? I thought you were tougher than that. You've been fighting trolls off ever since I known you. And now you want to go cry in the corner like a little girl and blame it on me.
That's all you blame is yourself. You
No,
got
all
caught
you can
red-handed
blame is
and
yourself
misunderstood.
why nobody likes you. And that's why they have a whole sector dedicated to
So
trolling you.
anyway, well, again, you're in that sector,
You're so
so you must be one of the
disrespectful. You're a
trolls.
snake
Anyway,
and you're a little rat-faced pipsqueak.
well, again,
All right?
you're talking about yourself. So again,
No,
respect
I'm
the
talking
panel
about
and
you, Al,
respect
because
the
you went
people
too
that are
far with your
here.
shit talking with
We're
me. You
talking
went way
about
too far.
another topic. So
And you know what?
respect
You
the
look
topic.
you look so weak
Yeah.
coming for me instead of the people that actually came for you. That's how weak you
Well,
are.
you're the one who actually is coming for other people. So if there's somebody who looks weak,
Whatever
it's
I'm
you.
doing on other
Now, again,
channels is not your business, Al. Who told you that what I do is your business? Who the fuck gave you that idea that whatever I do is your goddamn business? Tell me.
As I was saying before, when it comes to
Exactly,
YouTube,
it's not. So mind your damn business.
Clear.
You don't tell me
idea of what
nothing
you
about
want.
what I do in biracial spaces, and you don't even got a biracial channel.
Again,
Okay?
don't let like what you're hearing here. You don't let anything distract you from your goals, right? You keep on with
You're
your goals.
talking to a person that
and
can't
you
even get his
find the right
fucking channel off the ground.
in order to build your
The
channel.
blind leading
That's
the fucking blind.
So, well, you know all about that. In any event, you have to be able to do your homework and to be able to educate yourself. And so you treat it, if you're going to be a full-time YouTuber, at least from my observations of people who have been full-time YouTubers, you got to treat it like any other
to attack me. He's been attacking me. I don't give a
job.
damn.
And so that's how
He is
you
a
have to
panel
do it.
whore.
Well, you know all about that, but in any event, you don't sink into the morass of what some people want to do, right?
Oh,
you
please,
know what
you're
you
so
clearly want to
fake.
do.
You are so
and
fake. You are not
and
classy.
And you go in the
Stop
right
it.
space to do it. You go in the right space to do it. That's what you need to do. So, with you guys, I don't know where you want to go with your YouTube channels. I'm just curious. Where do the people here want to go with their YouTube channels?
Well, I want to go to different avenues as far as my YouTube. One is to actually cover the issues within the Dominican rap movement, and the other is to actually cultures and gaps through an art form that I've actually invested in, the hip hop music. So therefore, when we actually come together like as a collective, I'm saying talking about hip hop and such, there'll be less ignorance. And maybe there might be concerning the music or whatsoever. Maybe there might be some positivity that might come out like in the near future.
So you seem to have a very specific focus because you mentioned Dominicans, right?
Right.
Like, and music, right? Rap as well. Am I right about that?
Yes.
Okay. So one of the things that I would say in my experience on YouTube is how do you know how big like Dominican, how many content creators or how many people with channels that are Dominican are on YouTube?
Yes. Like there should be like including the New York movement and the Dominican movement, it should be like maybe 50 or more content creators.
Okay. Oh, so you've actually looked at some data, you looked at some numbers.
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yeah, Don, Al is a really
That's
good
good.
actor. Just
Okay.
like he's sitting up here acting like he has really some advice for somebody, and he can't
Uh,
even figure it
so
out for
that's really
himself.
good. You know, that's
Sitting around on your
'cause
little
that's
high
I think
horse talking down to people. Fuck out of here.
that's one of the things that I noticed that, you know, in the time that I've been on as a content creator, when I was a content
Oh
creator
God.
and channel owner, for a brief amount of time, what I've learned, and so I think one of the things that I've learned is, depending on the kind of channel you want to build, you have to be in the right space or have the right platform so you can build it statistically. And I think one aspect is getting the kind of numbers, like how many content creators or how big the space is or stuff like that. That's what I have found. If that's what people want to do. For me personally, I don't really care about trying to be a significant YouTuber or a big YouTuber or anything like that. So being in a small space, like biracial space, is fine for me because I don't really have an issue with trying to turn it into anything bigger. And that's another thing that I kind of stress on YouTube is you want to choose the right space and the right platform and the right place for you in regards to your YouTube channel, right? Like if you want to be a YouTube star, whatever that means, you don't choose a space where you're gonna have, I don't know, less than 100, a space where you have less than 100 content creators, right? Because you're not going to get much growth from that. But if you're in a wider space where there are, say, 500 content creators or 500 channels or more, then that's a bigger space. You got a chance to build your channel. If you want to go into a bigger
Golden Goddess, I don't want to
space
stir the
or
pot though. Today he name dropped Beige Pill, telling a person named Vici to watch it pertaining to you. He can't keep my name out of his mouth, and you want to come up here and say this motherfucker has control? He doesn't have control because he can't keep my name out of his mouth. He does not have control of himself.
As I said before, so you have to look. So
what a
one of the things
loser you are, Al. Jose, I'm out of here. Thanks for having me on the panel. I'm not sitting up here with this fake biracial hypocrite. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
Okay.
Anyway,
Take care.
as I mentioned, you've already started looking into the data, right? You've already started getting at least a statistical base as to how many subscribers and how many content creators, how big an audience you can get. And that's, I think, important when you're dealing with YouTube, right? Do you mind if I call you introvert? I'm sorry, I'm just going by your title here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about your channel? What are you looking to do with your channel?
Well, right now what I'm doing is on occasion I'm not even being that consistent with it, but on occasion when there are certain subjects that are of relevant at the time, I try to do live streams about it. But I know that I have to do more than that. Maybe do pre-recorded and being more consistent with it. I'm aware of that. I'm already know that, but I just have to deal with the consistency of it. So it's just not something that I have a long term plan. I just have to work on that consistency and go from there. So
Okay. So do you do a lot of lives on your channel? Are you live often on your channel?
I could be live more often. I have to be more often. I already know that. But
Yeah.
yeah, I have to start with that. Yeah. I'm aware of that.
Right. Do you do panels on your channel?
Yeah. When I do live streams, I always welcome people to come up to the panel so they can chime in and have a conversation about it, so we can hear different points of view. Yeah.
Right. And what is the brand? What I call the brand? What is your brand? What is your sub focus? What do you do with your channel?
Well, I mean, I'm not going for something specific at this time, but things that have to do with the group that I belong to, maybe in Hispanic, That's important to me.
Mhm.
And if there is some subject that has to do with us, then I'm gonna be willing to. I'll be willing to cover it up and cover about it, I should say, and talk about it and get the word out and things that have to do with being part of the American society is necessary. That could affect us. So also that it's not it's not being something specific. It's being open ended for the moment
So your channel
until it becomes
is
yeah.
so your channel is largely Hispanic or Latino oriented on a broad sense. So it's not specific like Dominican or
No,
Cuban
no.
or Puerto Rican or something.
Well, I mean, more about being Hispanic from the Caribbean. I mean, it's a little more
Okay.
oriented towards that because
Mhm.
there are other channels that cover other parts of Latin America. One
Right.
example that I can give you is um, there is a channel called um, Mexican Cantina, something like that. It's called, but
Mhm.
they cover things that have to do with South America, and sometimes I
Right.
listen in, and they're talking about subjects and people that I have no idea who they are, but they aren't from South America because I'm not from that region. There are certain things that they talk about
You're right.
that I'm not aware of. So it's something that I
Right.
can get informed of. So. Mhm.
Excuse me.
So there's a little bit of specificity. Yeah.
Okay, excuse me. If I can touch Colin, I don't mean to be rude. First of all, good evening, daughter. Thank you very much for stopping by on the chat. First of all, I was having some technical difficulties at my end. Now, going forward, going forward, if there's going to be, if there's going to be any beefs, I would appreciate not being brought on this platform. I understand that you, Al, and GD have a lot of issues, and that's perfectly
Yeah.
fine. But it does that.
Right.
Uh,
That's
I'm trying to
and that's
maintain
why
a safe space.
right. Right. And that's why I kept to the topic and I said I deliberately focused on this because that's what I'm here to talk about. If people have other things that they want to talk about, they can talk about it on their channels and in their spaces. But yeah, I didn't think it was appropriate to discuss that. I'm not here to discuss that. And I'm focused on the topic at hand right now. So that's my position,
I mean,
just so that you know.
Yeah.
Um,
I could actually say that you showed some great control. Al, that's all I have to say.
oh, thank you. You know what? I've dealt with this in the past. I've had people come on panels and try to scream and yell and you know, I think it's because I've gotten older, but I'm, I guess because I'm retired, I'm retired in my early 50s, though I may come out of retirement. I'm retired in my early 50s, different guy in my early 50s. Like if I were in my 40s or my 30s, I'd probably tear people apart if I were on panels on YouTube, you know.
I mean,
Um,
it's not even worth it.
I could, go ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, I don't even think that's worth it, and I'm about to be 40 because at the end of the day,
Mhm.
you could tell a person apart or whatever and do whatever. At the end of the day, you ain't gaining nothing because I'm going to still live my life and you're going to live yours. So
I don't know. I think it's a combination of the fact that I'm a very kind of, how do I put it? I don't like the term mellow, nothing against the word, but I'm more of a relaxed person because I've been retired for 5 years and I'm cool, calm, and collected. And I'm more comfortable at my age. I like, nobody likes getting old, but I don't mind getting older. And I like being a lot more comfortable at this age. And I think it's just changed. I noticed this after a long time. I mean, like, I'm not the same guy that I was before, because being a writer and being a former journalist, I was used to, like, throwing it back at people and if possible getting in their faces on rare occasions. And
Right.
these days I don't have to do that. I don't have to do that. And I think, it's just, I think it just comes from being able to, like, just be able to get up in the morning and not have to worry about making a living. Like, I just make coffee and, look at YouTube and look at my emails and look at my social media and stuff. So a very different person than I was before. I think maybe it's because this is what I've noticed in the time I've retired. When you retire, you become a human being again. And that's an odd thing to say, but I argue when you're working, you're a machine. No matter what your job is, you're a machine. If you're an actor, you're an acting machine. If you're an accountant, you're an accounting machine. If you are a lawyer, you're a law machine, or a doctor, you're a medical machine, whatever it is. And once you retire, you become a human being. You're not this thing that works 8 to 12 to 16 hours a day. So that's what I've found. And so when I come on YouTube, it doesn't matter to me. Like, what I found is I come on a panel, I've had people get mad at me, and I'm like Spock from Star Trek. That's what I found. I'm like, fascinating. I find what you say highly illogical. Or, you just don't have to care, because you understand that they have the problem and you don't. They're upset and you're not. You are at peace and they have whatever they have going on in their lives. And that's been the way it's been for me. And, you get older, you understand, hey, you don't sweat the small stuff. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I think probably people will understand if they retire.
Yeah. Excuse me. Denise, if you wish to join the panel, the link is in the chat. If you're not able, I do understand. You can always enter your comments in the chat as well, because I know that you've been very busy otherwise. And of course, I do have to give a shout out to who has her own platform called Lightensplaining, which does produce a lot of quality content. Done so, please check her channel. Don Armando, your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts is that as far as everything is concerned, you can't really sweat the small stuff, because at the end of the day, like what I went through in 2022 with the trolls and whatsoever, I just made it one thing. I'm not gonna deal with that again. And if a person want to respect me on my channel, respect me on my channel. Don't go around and try to act disrespectful, act like you smart. Because at the end of the day, when people actually play it for like years and years, and when the truth actually comes out, it's gonna make you look stupid. So at the end of the day, I'm just gonna be in certain panels that I'm respected in. I'm not gonna go and attend panels which I'm not actually respected in anymore. So I'm just gonna actually focus on my own platform and make sure that I put out quality content.
Can I ask you, if you don't mind my asking, when you talk about trolls, are those trolls in other people's channels that you've been on, or trolls that come to your channel?
Well, in other panels that I have been on, you will have like the same trolls, but they will never come to my channel because I guess they know that they're gonna be kicked out. Although there was one troll that was actually mad at me or whatsoever because I had a certain person right there, but then he got kicked out, and then they want to try to bring, oh, you let this person control this or whatever. But at the end of the day, it's my platform, not yours. So you have certain people that just have you know a certain issue with a certain somebody. It's not my issue.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
one of
to
the
be
things.
fair, I also
Good.
I'm sorry if I can just cut in. I also address this issue on my platform as well. I mean, I can share a panel with someone that I don't get along with very well, and I don't have to speak to them, and that person doesn't have to speak with me. All I ask is that the moderator make sure that everyone plays fair.
Yeah, because I had a panel. I I think it was last week or whatever, and then there was a disagreement that happened. So while I went out to this is not this week. I think it was last week. So when I had this panel like last week and everything like that, and it was like there was two people that it was like, oh, I didn't like you whatsoever. What I said, and it worked for my benefit. I just said, this is my platform. I don't want no cursing. All I had to do was just say that. And then from when I went to eat and then when I came back, everything was resolved on the end of the two guys that I had on my panel. And I could actually
Whoa, something happened?
No, you know what? Sometimes in his end, they play music, so he has to mute himself, or else he's afraid that
Oh,
this
I see.
channel might get
Is he outdoors
copyright.
somewhere? Oh, is he outdoors somewhere?
No, it's just that I think he's in a low floor where there's a lot of background music.
Oh, I see. I see. Okay. Yeah, because he suddenly went to mute. So I was like, whoa, what happened? Yeah, I don't have panels, so I've never had to deal with people trying to disrespect me on my own platform. I've seen that happen to some content creators and some hosts. And some people I think like content. They like shouting, they like fighting. Uh,
Yeah.
Hello, yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, they want to fight and,
Okay.
and have all this stuff. So I'll be back. Just keep talking.
All right. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
sorry about that. It was I forgot my train of thought because I had to go cut that because there was a passing car that was blasting a lot of music. So I had to go and cut that off quick before anybody gets a strike. So that's why I did it.
Yeah. It's understandable, and well, it seems like whenever there's controversy, it seems like people love to watch the whole thing, even though I try to keep it chill. And of course, what makes it more difficult is I was having problems with my audio. So So I'm just going to say this one more time. I'm going to put the link again. If anyone wishes to, and just to give it idea, we're having open discussion. So basically, anything that you think appropriate, we will discuss. Let's see if we could do it with some level of civility. Okay. I do appreciate the fact that people might have beefs with one another. Okay. I'm not going to ask to have a kumbaya moment, but it's just that, and I'm not taking anybody's side. So I wanted to make it perfectly clear. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just had to see something. Somebody wanted to show me something. Anyway, something going on. Just taking, personal business, dealing with people here. Anyway, you were talking about, I guess, when you have conflicts on panels or conflicts off of panels and it comes on panels. Is that what you were discussing?
Yeah. I mean, look. I understand that people won't have beefs with other people. I can understand that. And if you have your own platforms, you can go and you can say whatever you want. It's just that,
Right.
unfortunately, all that was going on, my audio, I was having problem with my audio, so basically I was mute.
Yeah, the thing about it is this. I have 3 principles when it comes to YouTube. This is just my pillars, I call them, columns, whatever you want to call them. The first is always defend, never confront. So I never go on a panel to confront anyone. If it's someone I have a problem with, an issue with, disagreements with, I never go on anyone's panel to confront them, talk to them, deal with them in any way. I go on a panel to talk to the host and whoever else is there, like I did today. And that's the way that I handle things. I never confront anyone. And I've seen this done numerous times where people will go on a panel and they'll attack someone they don't like, or they'll go after someone they don't like. And unfortunately, the host allowed this kind of behavior because, hey, it's subscribers. Hey, it's lots of views. Hey, it's publicity for their channels. And I don't agree with that on YouTube. It's just not the way that I see it's not the way I handle things. And it's not the way I think things should be handled myself. I just think it's the wrong way to go about it, but it's at the discretion of the host.
Mm-hmm.
If the hosts want people to fight, there's going to be fighting on a panel. If the hosts don't, it won't.
Well, actually, for me, my audio, I was having problem with my audio, so I couldn't say anything either way. If I was able, I would say, can we at least table this discussion for another time?
Yeah, I think what interested me about the discussion earlier was, one of the things I found about being on YouTube, just from my perspective, is you have to kind of learn. I think no matter what videos you watch or tutorials or whatever it is that people look at, I never did, but I think you have to approach, if you're any kind of content creator or any kind of channel owner, as I call it, you basically are learning by doing. You're learning by being online, by being on YouTube. You're learning as you go along. And no matter how much you try to find out in advance, and I think that's a good thing, you have to learn by actually going on and doing. And That's what I would say to you, both of you, really. You've been on YouTube longer than I have, I'm sure, but just in my brief experience, I really think that it's kind of a learning, not so much learning curve, but it's a development. It's a continuing development of learning and educating.
Okay. Well, first of all, Gigi, thank you very much for stopping by. I did appreciate supporting this channel. I'm just sorry that it all went awry. Okay. Well, at this point, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start to wrap this up. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop to wrap this up because of the fact of the matter is I am planning to do another evening of overtime, and I need to stop to get ready to go. Okay. And
Wow, you're doing overtime? Wow.
yeah.
When will it stop?
Yes. You know what? To be perfectly honest, we don't know. In fact, this project might last throughout the entire year.
Wow.
Well,
All that golden time. Whew. I think I call you the king of golden time now.
So let's. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to start to take final remarks. Okay. So I'm going to start with you, Al. Try to keep it under 60 seconds, please.
Start the clock. I think going back to the conversation that we had earlier, basically what I would say is, like I said, being on YouTube, you kind of learn as you go along. It really depends on what you want to do when you have a channel and what you're looking to do. If you want to be a larger or more substantial YouTuber, pick the right space where you can expand with larger amount of content creators and thus possible subscribers, and pick a brand or a subject that would work to bring in more subscribers and more views. And that's what I would suggest. Also do the work, right? Educate yourself, look at the data, look at numbers, and know what you want and how to get there. And that's it. Thanks for having me.
Okay, thank you very much. Don Armando, your final thoughts.
well, I guess what I gotta say is that I liked talking with y'all today, even though that I guess it got a little haywire, but I don't know what it was, because sometimes I would not be on other spaces. I just do what I do, handle my personal stuff. But one thing I gotta say that thank you for having me on this panel. We talked about a lot of topics, so I'll just stay tuned for another one.
Well, thank you very much, Don Armando, for stopping by. And again, I'm gonna ask that if you have not done so, please check out his content. So thank you very much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say my final remarks. What I'm going to do is I'm going to briefly add the link. I'm going to ask only the Gigi if she wishes to join the panel to give her final remarks. If she does not, I understand. But thank you very much. So what I'm going to do, this is only for Gigi if she wishes to join the panel briefly. The fact that, look, when everything is said and done, we are here to provide content. Now, how that content's going to be governed, that depends on the individual creators. Okay, I don't believe in regulating what other people say, and I can understand when people get upset when us. Why I make it a point never to do that. I mean, no matter what, even if the person is very even if a person is a dear friend, because first of all, I don't have the right to dictate how other people deal with their channels. Number one. Number two, I may not always share the vision that other people may have. So that's the reason why I don't regulate. I don't even make suggestions. Okay. If people ask for my point of view, I'm going to say it in a respectable way. Gigi, if you wish to join the panel for the last 5 minutes, otherwise I'm just going to wrap this up. I do want to let people know that if you have done, please subscribe to my platforms, both Uncommon Sense and Golden Spear Folk. So what I'm going to ask you to do is please subscribe. Okay.
Hey, obviously I'm not Gigi, but I did wanted to come on over really quick. So no, I got caught off, and then after. Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Oh.
Okay. Hello, Ramon.
Yeah, can you hear me? You can't.
I can't hear anything.
Okay. Hello?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Don Amano, can you do me a favor? Can you drop down? I just want to just meet me and Gigi for the last couple minutes. Okay. Gigi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Jose.
Okay. First of all, I was having technical difficulties with my audio. so I was not able to say anything. I do apologize. I do apologize for the interaction.
It's fine, Jose. It's not your fault. I
I do
apologize for disrupting your
understand that
platform. Can you hear me?
you, but what
I
was
can't
that?
hear anything.
I can hear you. Go ahead.
No, I just said it's not your fault. I apologize for disrupting your platform, but at the same time, this man, it's the audacity for me. Why would he even pull up on the panel if if we're talking about respecting a platform? Because if you know that you're running your mouth about me everywhere, why would you come up on the platform with me? When I came to your chat the other day, there were certain people that I didn't deal with. I didn't hit your link. You know why? Because that would be a disruption, right? So it's common sense to stay away from me. He's on his channel calling me white trash, trailer trash, and saying that I hate black women and all this other bullshit against me. So yeah, I have a problem with him. I have a major problem with him. I don't want him anywhere around me at all.
Yeah.
When he's on your
to be
panel, I
perfectly-
will not hit your link. It's very simple. I don't have a problem with anybody else over here but him.
Okay. Well, just for your information, I did address that briefly with Al regarding that situation. His responses just basically referred to the other YouTube creators and asked them regarding their comments. I mean, after a while, I noticed he was not going to answer my question, so I didn't see the point of continuing the conversation further. It's just that
that's all he does is evade and deflect. Yeah, he evades and deflects. That's what he does. But I'm not going to go back and forth and argue and waste my time with irrelevant Al. Like, I'm not. So if I'm on your panel and he comes up, I will politely drop myself down because I don't want to be anywhere around this dude. All right, he's over there calling me names, saying negative shit about me, trying to paint me bad. No, I don't want nothing to do with that man. He can sit up here all day with his little emotions in check and pretend that he's innocent. He is not innocent. Okay?
Okay. I understand. I just want to make it perfectly clear that I was not trying to enable anybody.
No, I don't have any issue with you. Like I said, my bad for disrupting your platform, but at the same time, I don't want to be nowhere around that dude. You know what I mean?
It's it's understood. It's understood. And again, I'm just I just wanted to give you an opportunity.
He said so much crap about me. It's like I don't even know. He has so much audacity to even come around me after all the shit that he said about me.
Yeah. But you know something, Gigi? The fact, look, let's keep it 100. You have been very successful with all your endeavors, with your channels, and with your podcast with Multi, and now that you're monetized. So obviously you're going to have haters. It's a fact.
Yeah, but it's a different situation with Al because it's not about that with him. It's more so personal, I guess, with him because of the people that came over on my stream. So it's not really about jealousy with him. It's literally just about him being petty. That's it. And vindictive.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. But thank you, Jose. The stream was good no matter what, you know, so you might get a couple more extra views on it, but I hope you have a good night at work.
Okay, but you know,
and you know I love you and I support you. So
I just want to make sure that you, one of my adopted children, my adopted cyber children's okay. That's all.
I'm okay. I was a little bit pissed off, but it's all good. You know what I mean? I'm not here to be coddled or anything like that. I don't want to argue with these people. I'm like, I don't want to be around these people. You know what I mean? I'm done with the back and forth with these people, and they won't leave me alone. Like, I don't know why he would hit the link. I'm flabbergasted, honestly. It's the audacity for me. It's the freaking audacity for me. And he's like sending people to my stalker's
Remember my
channel and all this
phrase?
other.
Okay.
He's
Gigi,
promoting
all I'm gonna
Hybrid
say
and
is,
Vanguard. Like, he's disgusting. Okay, he's fake. He's been talking crap about Hybrid and Vanguard for months and months and months, and now he's over there acting like they're best friends. Al is so fake. Okay.
but you know what's something, Gigi? When everything is said and done, you know who your true friends are. And that's the main thing.
Yeah, they're revealed every day. You know, that's how life goes on YouTube, in these YouTube streets.
Yeah, but I just wanted to give you an opportunity to, to say what's on your mind, because really I should have ended my stream. But before I ended the stream, I wanted to give you an opportunity to express, because it was
I
clear that you
appreciate
was
it.
upset, and I was.
I appreciate it. I just didn't like how he was up there playing the victim and stuff like that. That's what people do. They like to talk shit and then they want to play victim. Like, no, you shouldn't have been running your mouth.
Yeah, I agree. Well,
but have a good night, Jose. Have a good night at work. I
okay,
appreciate you.
Okay.
Great stream.
Thank you. Well, please always know that you're more than welcome here.
Of course. Thank you, Jose. You're welcome on my platform as well. Have a good night. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Okay. So let me just give you my final thoughts. As I stated before, when it comes to like open discussion, anything can happen. Of course, I was not expecting it to turn out that way, but it is what it is. So I would appreciate those who will watch it on the playback to please hit the like button as you enter, subscribe, and set the bell notification to all so you can be informed whenever I perform content. Well, with that being said, I thank everybody for being here. I thank everyone that being on the chat. And I'm just going to say, let's be good to each other. Thank you very much for all the love and support that you have given me. And this has been another episode of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron. Good night and peace. Strong.